The man that ends up winning with woman and getting her to miss you will be the one that knows space is gonna get him far. So when you're over here making plans with your boys, hanging out even with the next woman, the next girl that's giving you an easier time, that woman is now looking your way and wondering, where did she go wrong? And this is a problem with not giving her space, because a lot of women can't even take the time to realize that. Some of y'all fellas be like, okay, 2 days, I won't talk to her. 2 days? Like, is it that hard for you to go that long? And the reason why I'm saying this is that you clearly want to give her space to begin with. So one trick that you have to have is that when you are talking to her again, let's say if that's the one you want, the same woman that's giving you a hard time, playing mind games, just saying I want y'all to save the headaches, and sometimes about no contact, full blown. However, if it's her or a next woman that you meet, what I want y'all to start doing in these cases is getting used to not being around her while you're around her. So the whole clinginess, opening up your heart, the whole like, let's cuddle, or okay, like, let's just get along, like, I want to be with you, all of that stuff, there's no need. You don't need to be the guy that needs to give her the shoulder rubs. You don't need to be the guy that gives her the massages on her feet. Like, for one, ask yourself, why are you doing that? And that's also the stuff that she's gonna miss about you. Sometimes some fellas get caught up on, well, the more I spend, if I take her out, meanwhile, you're not even focused on how you're supposed to better yourself, when I've been telling y'all, that's what's gonna really work. And that's something I'm gonna go into more details, because I feel like it really needs to be talked about, and I really want y'all to understand the message in order for you to actually change. And remember, for yourself, when you give this space, you have to look and see, what are you doing? That's a question I have for y'all right now. What do you do when you give space from women? And most importantly, what do you do with your free time? Sometimes your free time might not look like it's free time. Sometimes it might look like you might be keeping yourself occupied with the right things that are going to be productive and going to be helpful for you. So there's no point of wasting time while you're apart and using that time up to just, let's say, create it to be time that's just thought on her. What is she doing? What's the process that's going on? At that point, it's supposed to be, okay, if she comes back around, what is she going to hear that you've been doing differently? So the same boring stuff, the same procrastination, or things that you're saying that you're going to get to but haven't. Those are the things that she's going to be attentive of. But the key to all of that is that you have to start doing something about it. Don't get caught up on mastering how you're speaking to her, or, oh, do I look presentable to her, before even checking if you're presentable for yourself or if you like how you look. So simply understand that space is given to you for you to actually do things with it, not the end goal being, okay, the space is applied, I gotta do it for this specific time and I'm gonna get the results that I want. And another key thing to wrap up this video with is that, remember, if you're going back around her with that space given to you and you haven't done nothing with it, you're still giving her the same person that you were before. So really what you're telling to yourself is that it was all pointless. You were also telling yourself and her that you only force yourself to give the space because you realized that's what you had to do. Also, in other words, you forcefully had no choice, because it ultimately might come down to that she's not even interested no longer and you have to be giving space, or even simply that, let's say you detached yourself because you had no other way. You're not getting no responses back from her. You're not getting a text, or if you do, it'll take so long that it's pointless. Sometimes it's even days. So the key thing, once more, is that don't let it be that you're getting that time, wasting it, and then letting it be that when that time is presented to you, it's not done in the proper way. So everything is just going to waste once more. And so I hope this video was helpful. If you guys haven't checked out any of my links down below, you can do that to book a consultation. Just click the link. We can talk about whatever that's going on with you. And don't forget, for exclusive content and explicit content, you could get on Patreon. And if it's not Patreon, if you become a YouTube member, you definitely can get a whole lot more on there. And also don't forget about other links If you want to see more resources, those links are available. So just always remember that with your space, it is supposed to be valuable. If you use it properly, it's going to be the missing you instantly coming. And then the more she's around you, the more she's picking up the type of guy you are. It just becomes so much easier. And it's always going to get easier, but if it takes a while to get to that point, then so be it. That's what it's going to be worth, because at the end, you get the results that you want. And a lot of times comments will revolve around, she noticed this, picked up this about you, or things that became this. Next time, let that comment, whether you actually commented or you're saying it to yourself, a realization or observing that, okay, well, it's not about her. I realized this first time or this many time, the better, the more it will be beneficial for you, that it was all worth it. But realistically, it's like those cycles that's been going on for so long, it can only be broken if you've decided to yourself to say, okay, like, I see that this time around, I actually realized, like, however I went about it each time hasn't worked out, and you don't want to get out of your comfort zone. That might be the reality, or simply having a victim mindset and thinking that everything's happening to you, or women just simply don't want you for these things, but yet you're still not changing what you could and what you have control over. Is just detrimental. And so have that realization, that reality check, do what you got to do. It's not an easy process oftentimes, and as you get better, it's the more that you put more effort in, the more that you practice it, and the more that you are doing it, it's going to become second nature. And it's just like so easy to do, where you're going to even want more. And then you're going to have maybe higher tolerance, expectations, stricter boundaries for females. And lastly, because y'all know my videos end at a certain amount of time, but just lastly, to wrap up, just remember, if you are actually putting that work in, the focus will change. It will ultimately get better. And just remember that she's picking up all of that. So your job isn't to convince her. Your job is not there to prove a point. And if you are stuck on that, your point should be more proven to yourself that, okay, this time around, I will simply do things differently. And then you can go ahead and see how the outcome plays out, works out in your favor. And as everything comes together, it was all worth it. So if you guys have questions, concerns about your own situation, I definitely can help you out in the comment section. And if there's any other feedbacks or anything else that you want me to know, let it be known, especially your stories, because I know it helps out other fellas and I definitely enjoy reading them. So just leave it all down below. That's it. And if you still have not given this video a big thumbs up, not sure what you're doing, we are at the end of the video, literally. So do that. Make sure you're subscribed with your post notification on. And that's it for this video. Bye, y'all. And don't forget about those links.
There's
Bye,
other
y'all.
stuff that you have going on. It could be about anything, self-improvement, back to dating. Consultations are available for that. Book your consultation. Let's get on the line and talk about what's going on with you. Click that link after this video.
Sleep affirmations so you could become that powerful man, and it is recorded in my voice, and I give you the strongest affirmations to overall become that man and subconsciously become powerful. So let's get into these books. Good attract women you want and get her to miss you, along with secrets to winning her over, and it tells you about cold approaching. It tells you my personal stories, and if you're trying to up your game in the dating game, these books are going to be perfect for that, and you could get it all in a bundle deal. Make sure you click the link down below.
Self-improving in the process. This is so serious. This is why I have a whole no contact guide and journal available. Y'all could go ahead and purchase it. If you need somewhere to start off, then you need all the breakdowns, all the insight, the information, and I have structure in there, help you, prompts, things that will tell you you got this, but it'll give you also reasons why. And I have stories in there that tells you why no contact has worked for people, all types of stuff. It's so detailed, y'all. That's how much information I made sure to put in there. Step up no contact, or if you need somewhere to start and you need something to help you, this is like me guiding you as you go through no contact. That's how I customized it for y'all. So you can check that out by clicking the link down below. See what you could do with no contact, how far you could do it. Just learn everything, have the guidance, and accountability partner. Although I'm not actually there, you'll feel that sense from this journal and guide.